Everybody grab your cups. It's time for the Own Your Now show. Lady O, it's Friday. It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday. What? It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday. What? Let's go.
Say I am unstoppable. Let me hear you say I am unstoppable. And let the horns play. Hey. Oh yeah. I heard that I would fail. Then I heard you won't prevail. Then I've heard all the things that I can't do. And then you strength.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. It is time for the Own Your Now show. It's Freedom Friday. I am your host, Tracy Bear McGee, also known as Divine T.
And I'm your co-host, Yolanda Langford, and they call me Lady Yo, especially on a Friday.
That's right. It is Friday. We got Mother's Day coming up, and Mother's Day is on our mind. Drinking my coffee black, no sugar, no cream, and my cup is full. What about you, Lady
You
O?
know what? My cup is full. I love being a mom. You know, I always talk about my Brady Bunch because we are a blended family, but I love being a mom. So honoring our mothers.
That's what it's all about. And you know, I think that you all should understand the value of us honoring our moms as well. Throughout the time that you will see us on the show, you will see various moms that everyone sent in because we wanted you to be part of our beautiful day as we honor our moms. Do you have a favorite memory with your mom?
Oh my goodness, yes I do. There's so many. My mom was one of the kindest, sweetest, quiet ladies you would ever meet. But I remember when I got a divorce and my mother came and stayed with me for 3 months. Wow. She said, because your kids call your name 1,000 times, they'll get to 999 and they'll say, hey, Nanny. And that's what she came to do. She just a little relief. And that I always remember that because she said, you need me. And I remember she retired so that she could be accessible to me. And the day I called her, I said, what are you doing? She says, I'm retiring. I said, we've asked you to retire before, but why now? She says, you need me now.
Oh.
So that is one of the most precious memories I have of my mom. She just was a sweetheart.
I love that.
And how about you?
I love that. You know, one of my memories that really, it sticks with me all the time is I grew up with challenges of feeling like I looked like a boy. Like, you know, I didn't like my hair. I didn't like so many things about myself. I think that's what gets us to a point of defining yourself. And my mom scheduled a photo shoot. She took me to Forest Park and we looked over the water. And we both had our afros and she had her hair just like mine and I felt like we looked alike and that boy thing left and I just embraced the value of knowing that I looked just like her and it was so beautiful. It really was and I'll never forget that day.
You know, memories of our moms, they made us the women we are today. They laid that foundation. Today. You know, my mom didn't play though. You know, she didn't play, but she let us know she loved us and she told us we could do anything. I mean, I was a first generation college student. You were too. You know,
yes.
Our parents told us we could do anything. And it's something about that mother's love.
Yes, it is. But baby, wait till they hear about our special Vibe in the Box guest. Who is it?
Well, we have the Kang, as they call him, Cedric the Entertainer and his sister Sharita Kyles Wilson.
Yes, owners, we have a special Mother's Day interview. We had the chance to sit down with the two of them, and you will hear an amazing story and what they're doing for our community and honoring their mom. Can't wait to show it. But you know what? We have to make sure that we take care of ourselves first. It was a true experience, but we have to do self-care. And it's sponsored by who? Fraser Automotive.
There you go.
Pull up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Cedric the Entertainer. And keep watching the Own Your Now show on the TV network.
And we're back, and now it is time for our Own Your Now cup of therapy. As a mother, it is important that you take time for yourself. And so this is what today is all about. We do this each and every day on our show. We take some time for ourselves. Today's affirmation word is life. It is so important that we live our lives to the fullest. If you're simply existing, you're not living. And if you are a mother, you should enjoy those wellness moments with your children. Yes. And if you're blessed to be in the presence of your mother or a mother figure, then let her know that you appreciate her. Give her her roses. But now it is time for our self-care stretch. It is Changes by Lady Bree. Everybody take some time to just take some deep breaths in and out. You stretch your arms out. You can stretch them out with us. Cross your arms over. Bring them in, close to your heart.
Feel that heartbeat.
Listen to your heartbeat. Take another deep breath in and out. Yes. One more time. Think about those daily affirmation words and be intentional. Release. And then what do?
Hug yourself.
You hug
Give
yourself.
yourself a big hug.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. That's so important. How do you feel?
Refreshed.
You should.
Feel refreshed. You know, and you said something. Give people their roses, their flowers while they're still here. And so I want to take a moment to give you your flowers. You are one of the most amazing women I've ever met. You're strong. You help people. You guide people. So, my dear, I appreciate you. And today, I want you to know I love you.
Oh, I appreciate you as well. You know, speaking of flowers, us coming into this together, it was just so interesting because we were grieving. You know I was grieving. Our community was grieving. We were in the midst of the pandemic. But to be able to honor my mom, to honor your mom,
yes.
and honor Shamim's mom, honor the people who have lost their parents as well. This is a time that we have to come together to check on each other. So, you know, this coffee cup says, "Good morning, gorgeous."
Yes.
You are gorgeous.
Thank you.
You are gorgeous, and I'm honoring you. I'm giving you your flowers. Speaking of checking on strong friends, who we checking on today?
Well, you know, I was just going to say we're checking on all the moms.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And moms, we appreciate you. We respect you, and we honor all that you do. So we'll make sure that we continue to check on our strong friends, because our strong friends, we are each other's. Like, I got your back and you got mine.
Yes.
That's right. Well, you know what? When we return, we will get ready for our Mother's Day special. It's with who?
The king
The
of
king.
comedy, our very own Cedric the Entertainer, and his sister Sharita Kyles Wilson.
That's right, y'all. Get ready.
Hello, St. Louis. It's Cedric the Entertainer here, back in my beloved hometown with my sister Sharita. We are so excited to continue our support of SSM Health Foundation St. Louis.
We must continue our efforts to raise funds so that we can ensure that all the amazing, generous, and loving women in our lives have access to the health care that they deserve.
Visit give2ssmhealth.org/women's health to learn more.
As promised, we have the Cedric the Entertainer and his sister Sharita Kyles Wilson. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, and thank you both so much for coming to speak with us. You know, we always ask, I'll start with ladies first said.
Okay.
Ladies first. Sharita, what's in your cup?
I like my coffee with a spot of cream and a little hint of sugar. Just a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
keep
How about
it
you,
sweet.
Sid?
Yeah, I usually like a cup of coffee. I'm like living in California now, guys, so with oat milk. Okay. And then just one stevia. So yes. I know a lot of my people like, okay, he really Whole Foods right now. He really out here doing it.
I love it. Well, you know, it's all about wellness. This is our Mother's Day week, and we're so honored to have you here. Our show was based out of us honoring our mother. And so we want to know, in honoring your mother, talk to us about the legacy of SSM that you and your brother left.
Well, it started, unfortunately, when our mother was diagnosed with cancer in 2009, and we were introduced to SSM Health for her primary care to get treatments, for her to get all of her surgeries and everything that she had to have done. And it just ended up being a great relationship because they not only took care of her, but they took care of us as a family. And so it's important for us, even though we lost her in 2015, for us to continue to support women's health. Women have very particular needs. And we learned that as long as we can continue to keep her legacy alive, continue to try to keep raising money for the hospital, continue to try to keep people educated about the importance of women taking care of themselves. That is why this campaign is so important to us, and fulfilling her legacy. She was a woman of so much integrity.
Yes.
She had just an amazing work ethic, and she instilled that in us. She had faith, and she instilled that in us, and those are all the reasons that drive us to keep moving forward.
Beautiful. Said your mom was a school teacher.
Yeah.
And so were you ever in her class?
No, I was never actually in her class. That was, it was good because she taught elementary, but she was in the school district where I went to school, in junior high school and high school. So people always ask me, was I a class clown? Like, no, they know my mama.
Right.
And they'd be able to call right down there. So she was too close for me to be the class clown. I just get my jokes off and then sit back down.
Okay, but one of my favorite stories with him being the class clown is he had this one teacher that was very strident, that was all about the business, and she would call my mother on a regular basis, talking about Cedric just needs to tone it down. He keeps everybody laughing, and I'm trying to make sure we stay focused. And so my mom was telling him, Cedric, you're gonna have to tone it down in Miss Blake's class. And do you know what his response was? Well, Mom, that's my best audience.
That's right.
love it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So
That's right.
that fourth period class with Miss Blake,
Miss Blake,
was your best audience.
Yeah, come on. she got to recognize this is a give and take here.
It is.
That's
I'll
right.
learn to type.
That's right. So I'm a mental health. I'm a therapist by trade, and mental health is really important in our community. And dealing with grief, I know laughter is just the key to, it's like wine for the soul. Yes. Talk to us about when you lost your mother. I know you said I had to get right back out there to honor her, that's where she wanted you to be. Talk to us about that.
Well, and, I think my sister alluded to it. I mean, she also had a very strong work ethic. She had a lot of integrity. And I do think, for me, the grief was one is that, with cancer, you recognize, the disintegration of the human being for a long time. Right. It gives you a little bit more time to prepare. You're never really, prepared for when it happens, but you have recognition that, right. this is coming. And so we just really leaned on each other, on our faith, on really very close family members. And we recognized, really for us, it was to recognize the joy that she brought us, the great memories. When we make breakfast, we always think about our mom. When you have
right.
What's her favorite meal?
I did a wine recently, where we dedicated it and it has her name on it. At SSM, we have the Women's Pavilion with her name on it.
Right.
So these are the things that gives us great joy, because we know that in turn she would love all of these things, like little things. We like, oh, mama, I love this.
Yes.
So,
Yes, so, you talked about an audience, and it was your grade school. But a little birdie told me you honed some skills at some Ozzie Smith birthday parties.
Oh, legendary.
Yes, that is so true.
Legendary. Ozzie, of course, is the St. Louis legend and would have some of the best birthday parties. And to be invited to be the performer there, that was like being invited to the Met Gala or something, right? So you're like, oh, Ozzie wants you to perform.
Yeah,
But
that's
they were great times, and we became good friends throughout those. And really,
Awesome.
I was able to hone my skills and make sure. But I can remember those parties. They were special. That was good stuff.
Epic parties.
Yes, man.
Well, we're all about owning your now. Tell us what's next. What's next for both of you?
Well, I teach at Pepperdine University in Malibu, and I just find so much joy in the classroom. I think because my mother was a teacher,
Yes.
and I kind of feel like I'm carrying through with the family business.
Yes, you are.
And it just, I do find great joy in that. So I plan on continuing to do that. One of the things that happened when she passed away was my husband was offered a job in California, and that gave us the opportunity to move out there and be close to Cedric.
Yeah.
Whereas before we were, thousands of miles apart, and now we're just 45 minutes from each other.
It's everything.
And
That's
it's everything.
Yes.
It really does make a difference. And one of her dying wishes was for us to continue to take really good care of each other. So when that door opened up, it was a God thing. And and so I have embraced living in California so much, and really plan on continuing to thrive at Pepperdine. So be one of Cedric's #1 fans.
All
That's
right.
right.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
Sadie, you got movies coming. You got all. You got it
Well,
all.
hold on,
Let's
Tracy.
talk
You know
about
what? I'm Lady Yo on the show. That's what they call me, Lady Yo. And Lady Yo loves an exclusive. Give us
right.
an exclusive. Tell us something about that wine.
Yeah, well, the one is Zeta wine, which is the wine we named after our mother, Rosetta. We will be, we just working out a deal with a distributor, so it'll be coming to Missouri. It's a 3-tier state. It was a lot of rules to get to drink here. So, but it will be coming soon. We had a really great showing last night where we did a wine pour at Prime 55 downtown, and
We
so
love Prime 55.
it was really great. And so I think people are really going to be receptive to it and love this wine. We've got a couple of 3 gold medals for it.
Awesome.
So people, and if you want something now, go to smithanddevereaux.com.
Okay,
And
I
you can
love it.
order
Right, put it out there.
You can go
Recipe
right now.
online.
Exclusives.
But yeah, I'm steady growing as an entertainer, of course, producing, and I directed an episode of Neighborhood that'll be coming up soon.
Love it. Love the
And I'll
Neighborhood.
just get into more directing, as well as we're producing 2 other shows for the Bounce Network, a show called Johnson and another show called Finding Happy. So that's where we're expanding our company and just steady developing shows and ideas. So that's what's coming.
Keep them
That's it.
coming. Keep
That's
them
it.
coming.
Yes.
Well, one of our questions we always ask is, what is your affirmation word? We'll start with you. What is your affirmation word for today?
Peace.
Peace.
And it's really how I ground myself, on a regular basis, particularly when I'm feeling overwhelmed and stressed, which happens often.
Yes.
As a woman who's juggling
Yes.
career and family, and so I just try to remind myself that I deserve to
Yes.
live at peace.
Yes, you
Yes,
do.
you do.
And I strive to live at peace. I strive to create peace in my home, in my classrooms, and to represent that in any space that I go into. And it just keeps me grounded.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes, it.
That's good. I think mine would be, at this time is recognition, is to recognize what you look for in yourself and what you look for in others.
Yes.
And give patience to recognize something good about somebody, to allow yourself to look at the people around you and look for the good in that, and enjoy those simple moments.
The
but
simple
just
ones.
be in the moment and recognize things and say, hey, that's all right.
Sounds like he's owning this now, Tracy.
Yes, that's what it's about.
Owning your now.
Owning your now. That's what it's all about. Well, we just want to thank the Cedric the Entertainer, our own So St. Louis, and his sister,
Thank you.
our sister now,
Thank you.
Sharita
Yes.
Kyles Wilson. Sharita Kyles Wilson. When we return, get ready for the Own Your Now flow. So now it is time for the On Your Now flow. Lady O, today has been an amazing day. Seeing Zed and his sister, that was everything.
The brother sisterly love, and they had some little jokes between themselves, so it was fun to be around them.
Yes, yes, even the nursery rhymes and everything that they were singing. I love that, and I love that, you know, we get to experience what it looks like for us to honor our parents and honoring our mothers more than anything. Experiencing the value of honoring our parents is something that we cannot take for granted. We want to just thank Cedric and Sharita for being ambassadors for SSM and for allowing us to share their vision. I believe that our community will be all right.
Well, we're going to be all right. And SSM Health's mission and their efforts to raise funds for women in our community, in our region, that is significant.
Yes, it is. We've got to make sure that we get the word out, and we will continue to get the word out because we know that it's their hope to share their passion with all of the St. Louis region to increase support for such an important cause. And this is what wellness looks like, y'all. We're filling up our community's cup, and we will continue to. You know, Lady O, I have to ask you, of course, as always, what is your affirmation word for today?
Give.
Give.
Give of your time, and if you have some finances that you can support it with, give of your finances, give of your heart. That is the most important. So my word today is give.
That's what it's all about. That's what the On Your Now flow is about. When you're able to understand the value of life, you're able to give to those that are here and make sure that our community will be well. This is what peace looks like on the inside and out. Making sure that you give your flowers to your family, to your mothers, to your sisters, to anyone that needs that recognition to understand that we appreciate them. Until next time, keep your cups full.
Go out and create some vibrant vibes. Keep sipping peace, love, and positivity.
Remember, tomorrow isn't promised, so own your now.